So I'm going to run us through the basic goalkeeping kit that every goalkeeper will need to use. I'll tell you what's necessary and what's nice. Some things you don't have to have, other things are absolutely crucial. So let's start off with the foam parts. These are what we generally call the kickers, leg guards and gloves. Firstly, kickers look something like this. You can see there's been quite a bit of wear and tear on this kicker here. It does still have a bit of life in it, but depending on the level which you play, if you're going to have a ball hit really hard at you, you don't want to have a kicker that is worn through, especially in a hotter climate. The pads, the injection mold pads soften up and you could start to feel that. If you're playing at under 12, under 13 level, the ball generally isn't hit that hard, and so your pads will have a longer lifetime. You'll notice you've got still the traditional buckles, straps on the front. The good thing, these straps are replaceable, so if you do lose some, generally you might find that this guy tends to fall off and it gets lost in a bag or at the side of a field. They can be replaced. The cool thing about these is you can interchange them, left foot or right foot. And then obviously you're going to use the inside section to kick the ball with predominantly. A lot of junior goalkeepers will want to use the toe. The downside to using your toe will mean that the ball could fly up in the air, off to the side, and it's quite unpredictable. So we'd like to get junior goalkeepers to practice kicking the ball on the flat inside of the foot, allowing them to direct the ball with power and accuracy. So these leg guards, you can see there's a narrow piece on the inside of the leg and a big flat section on the front side. Both leg guards look generally the same with a few slight differences. Always make sure that the wing or this extension is on the outside. There's a space at the bottom here which makes it quite easy for the kicker to fit onto, and the wing faces outsides. If you had to put them on with the wings facing the inside, you're going to have a hard time moving and you're probably going to fall over your feet. They work with buckle straps and they click in like so, allowing them not to slip. If they do slip, you can tie a knot. You can even put a piece of bandage just to help the teeth to grip on that buckle. Okay, next up we have the right hand glove. You'll see I've got two different shapes here. The traditional tube glove on the side. The tube glove is great for mobility. You'll notice my wrist can move around. Great mobility to save the ball. There's a buckle at the top and at the bottom, and that helps me to put my fingers through. You can see my thumb goes through the top and the rest of my fingers is down the bottom, and I put the stick through there. As I grip that, it pulls tighter around the stick. Downside of this, it doesn't have as good a rebound as what the other shaped glove does have. You can notice there's a nice stopping space on the front here, and the stick will extend out that side. Our other option is a more full closed glove. This has got a bigger saving space around the front and no straps inside. I just grip the stick and hold on to it. The stick comes out the top end over there. Okay, then we get to our left-hand glove. You'll notice it's nice and thick, and this is going to give you a good rebound to play the ball away. I always say to young goalkeepers, if you are wanting to get a new left-hand glove, the thicker the better. If you go scrounging through the storeroom at school, find and ask for the thickest glove to put on your left hand, which will help for your rebounds. Really important to be able to palm the ball away with your left-hand glove. Okay, let's talk about goalkeeping sticks. So firstly, there are many different shaped sticks. You have the traditional shaped goalkeeping stick, which has got a kink in the neck and a nice big flat head. It's quite thin and it offers quite a big stopping surface. Then you've got your more modern goalkeeping stick, which is the same long straight shape as an outfield stick, but is quite fat, so it gives it a really nice rebound. Our third option is a normal field stick. Very important, young goalkeepers, if you're starting out in the position, you don't need to go and buy a traditional looking goalkeeping stick. You may find that you prefer a different shaped stick, and your normal outfield stick is just fine. I tend to prefer this shaped stick. It's got a nice thick shaft, so it helps with the rebound. When I make that save, you've got a few different options. There's a good composite or compromise between the two, which is the Oboe Fat Boy. So that has got a kink in the head, but as well as being nice and fat, so it gives you a great rebound. Have a look, pick the sticks up. Remember, it's all about weight distribution. You want to be able to extend your stick when you make a save in a one-on-one or shootout scenario, and you want to be able to grip it shorter to make an aerial save as well. If we're looking at groin or pelvic protectors, this is a vital aspect. You can use a traditional cricket ball box, but I'd definitely suggest using something more substantial, which has got protection all around the groin area. The groin protector has obviously got like a cricket ball box in the middle. Pelvic protector is flat. Kids, grown-ups, don't go in the box without this. Over the groin protector, you're going to slip on your smarty pants or protective pants. You'll notice that there are a number of different padding areas. Some look more simple than others, and this allows you to have good movement whilst also protecting your thighs. This is an area that you often get hit, and if you don't have good protection there, it's going to be painful. You're going to pick up a few bruises and it might put you off the position. So make sure that your young goalkeepers especially have got some form of protection on their thighs so that they don't get turned away by a hard shot. Over your leg protectors or your smarty pants, you're going to use some form of shorts or ski pants, something to keep everything together. It also looks good and it helps you to be nice and mobile without having your kit fall all over the place. It helps especially when you slide so that the straps don't open up when you hit the turf. Moving on to upper body protection, you're going to have a chest pad or a chest plate. With this, we've got arms or elbow protectors that extend off the sides. Again, you've got multiple compartments which allow for good movement but offering great protection. Usually there ends up being a space open here around the collarbone, making sure that we use a neck guard or a dangly. Then arm guards, which you're going to put on after your upper body protection. You'll notice that some are bigger than the others. Elbow protection is so important because that's going to protect this bone here from taking shots and breaking. The rest of these spots here, not first priority. If you pick up a bruise, that's fine, but we don't want to break our elbow. Hence, arm guards are very important. Some goalkeepers will opt to play without them, saying it gives you quicker reflexes, it helps you to move your hands quicker. But remember, if you do get hit there, it's painful. This helmet comes with a dangly or neck protector included in the shape of the helmet. It's quite a modern helmet and a very nice one at that. You can either have a loose fitting throat protector or one that in fact hangs off this. This is attached, it's one piece, it just shifts up and down. Some goalkeepers choose not to play with a neck protector. It isn't vital, especially at a younger age, but it is something that can be recommended if you are going to be playing at a high level and you know there are a lot of tip-ins. The ball could be deflecting from different angles, making sure that that space is covered. Helmet, so important. Don't compromise on a helmet. Getting a helmet that the screws are coming loose, you might notice that it's rusting or that the pieces are starting to bend. Replace it. You can replace the grill separately to the helmet as well. It is quite a costly item, but it's one that's very, very important. Then lastly, a goalkeeping top or smock. This is something that the goalkeeper will just pull on over their upper body protection. It must look different than that of the rest of the team. It just distinguishes you as the goalkeeper and keeps everything together. Then lastly, if you're unsure of what to buy, what to ask for, what to get, speak to a specialist. Look at what goalkeepers are using and ask them why. If you can understand why you're using a certain piece of material, it's going to help you to make the best decisions. Coaches, try your best to kit your goalkeepers out with relevant goalkeeping kit. The days of wicketkeeper pads or bamboo leg guards, I'm sure there's some coaches laughing out there. I remember those days. Well, those days are long gone. We need nice high rebound pads, and there are plenty of brands on the market. Unfortunately, they are quite expensive. So if you can start with the foam pads, have a decent helmet and work your way up, that's going to allow you to be kitted out and safe on the hockey field, making sure that you're in it for the long run and that you enjoy yourself.